Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I still can't sleep without that sound. In your dreams, the towers were grand cathedrals, places of worship, the swamps hid behind mirrors like spies. The birds transformed into the radiant spheres and traced omens above the highway blight. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I didn't care, but for a while you did. You caught out on the Grainer to Chicago and outward to West Coast. You'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You thought the ghost of the lowlands would find you hiding along the road. The years carried you through overlit suburbs of vast American limbo, across mountains, above South Towers. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. By and by, you made your way east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land while hiding in the berth of a freightliner. I slept. You slept easily as the truck shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You know from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years has his eyes filled with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1, Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet the monkey's gaze. You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring Contest Part 2, Rings. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Your stares don't match for Monkey's. Anger melts from Monkey's face. You drape Monkey over your shoulder. You assume millions has been keeping the plants alive. The laptop your parent gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left the browser tab open. Eat fast cash. A fly from a show your friend put on weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I was outside. You didn't feel like being around crowds that night. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks from the roof of a hotel on Ponderosa Street. Sleepless and sober, the two of you walked back to NORCO. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. A sticker from grade school half peeled from the window. Cool January air spills through the open window. The low sun washes over the neighborhood. Small flock of blackbirds dissolves into the tree line toward the lake. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Your mom's unfolded laundry. A family photo album. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather, a peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mother staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck. Scene of the barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center of the points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue. Your father, though you've never thought of him that way. His skin stained by the sun, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. His easy smile, his knowing eyes. You set the book aside. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack. Dear neighbor, please be advised there will be elevated flaring at the side of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield NORCO Office of Community Engagement. Memories of sleepless nights, the dull refinery hum in the red halogen half darkness. Your mother sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on the beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. You peruse the tiles on the bookshelf. The western margin of the lake. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of the lake. Pontchartrain. The unknown hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and LaBranche in its state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging to their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Your grandfather's statue of Virgin Mary sits in the shadow along the crawl space of the house. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirate API docs. Her ragdoll mask was a slump on the floor as he wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Couldn't sleep. Where could we get a fuse? Were you expecting a call? I wonder where it could be. Why would so many people be calling? Who is this client? She always kept strange company. Who exactly would want to see the data? So anyway, that's all. A steel pry bar lies on the ground. The truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasp that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck from New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down, the rattling chassis was deafening going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mother's death. The towers of the refinery wink in a subtle and familiar rhythm. You knock, no answer. That's because my mom died. You're trolling me about my dead mom? What kind of shit? pesos.